Auguster's ahead of him, but look at Wolf just following big number 75. He finally does get a hit on Wes Villafane at the end. But if your guard is coming through the hole clean, there's a good chance that the back's going to be coming through right behind him, using him as a roadblock.
Unless somebody can collapse and make a play. Wolf again. Well, he holds on with both arms like a Rocky Blyer type fullback back in the days of the Steelers' dominance of 4 Super Bowls.
Jim Kick from the Dolphins. Larry Zonka, really the big fullback that he would come through, and you don't see that as much anymore, do you? You see a lot
really
of the ball kind of carried out like a loaf of bread. Bill Brown preaches discipline to this team, and so far they've responded well.
I think he's prideful of his club. He said they never stop believing and they never really panic. 3rd down and 2 from their own 21.
Timeout, Deckerville.
Timeout on an important 3rd down and 2 for his club.
Well, even if this fails right now, Deckerville has gotten out of the hole and established a little bit of field position.
Well, a holiday tradition continues right here on Fox Sports Detroit with high school football served on a platter. Feast on 8, count them 8 MHSAA title games in 2 days with all of the games live on Fox Sports Detroit and Fox Sports Detroit Plus. It's the Michigan High School Football Athletic Association Football Finals live next Friday and Saturday on Fox Sports Detroit and Plus.
Now, Matthew, are you doing the first 2 on Saturday? Is that what you're tentatively?
I believe I have scheduled for the last game on Friday and the first 2 on Saturday. But I have to get confirmation from our coordinating producer, Brady Klima. Folks using any which way they can to keep warm.
Oh, look at that. We had one of those in the booth, but the propane ran out. So that lasted until about 1 minute into the first quarter.
Yeah, the hugging has stopped. 3rd down and short, Wolf.
Whoa.
I'm not sure he got it. That's a pretty good defensive play made inside. A good job by Wes Villafane.
And also number 75, Campus. I tell you, when Jacob comes up and he hits you, you stop. This is Wolf. This is the big back. Oh, you're right. Campus had it from the inside. Good call, Chef. Villafane came up from the outside, and he's the one that helped Campus out and stopped the forward progress.
Well, Campus did a nice job of throwing aside Corey Walgester to try and make the play. You have to shed that block. The blocker comes at you. You use your hands, and Jacob Campus did it to perfection right there.
You know, I had a chance to walk and look at some of these young men on the field. Campus not very tall, but put together pretty well. Definitely a weight room kid.
Yeah, he's thick, 5'10", 195, just a junior. He'll be back for Ron Bindy's club.
And I stress to kids all the time, being a high school teacher, is that weightlifting will never make you a good football player. But if you're a good football player, weightlifting will make you better. And you have to work.
I wish I could write these
And you have to
down.
work your lower body. It's all about strength in the legs and running. Everyone wants a bench. And it's all about being fast and having strength and good core.
Stone with a good punt. Villafane from the 45, fumbled it, picked it back up. He struggled a little bit in his last 2 return attempts. And all night long, Bel Air has struggled holding on to the football. It has rarely been clean, whether it be the exchange or the return. And that's been a frustrating part for Ron Bindy, no doubt.
Well, it's showtime and go time right now for Bel Air with only 7:45, Shep. It's difficult when you're only getting 3-4 yards run, sometimes 5. You're going to eat 4 or 5 minutes, even if you're able to go down and score here. Right. Then you have to convert the 2-point conversion. Yeah, so there's you may not get many more possessions, maybe one more after this. So you got to start thinking about 4 downs for a first down.
That's Small in motion. Smith will keep it. Broke a tackle, edges his way to the 45. He runs pretty hard.
Yeah.
He's got a little shake to him.
He's got a little shiftiness to him. He just kind of gives you hip, takes a hip away, turns sideways, gives you a narrow tackling target. He's pretty deceptive, not real fast. This is going to be midline. He's going to follow the fullback up the field, just kind of dances and gets 5 yards or 4 yards. So it's a good play on first down.
2nd down and 6 now. Zach Smith, the quarterback. Small comes in motion. An option again.
Oh,
Small with a nice grab. Broken tackles.
Oh my!
Wow, that's a one whale of a
That's
run
the
right there.
best 2-yard run I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
Number one, it starts. We're gonna get a look at this hopefully, Shep. Watch the catch of the pitch. The pitch is going to be behind him. He's going to reach back. This is with his left hand. Pulls it in. Stops on a dime.
Makes a good defender miss.
Makes Stoliker miss inside. And he also makes Malzoff miss inside. And is able to get about 1.5 yards, or actually 3 yards out of the play, giving you a much more manageable 3rd and 2 instead of a 3rd and 9.
He's making good defensive players miss on that possession right there.
Now,
you're right. Great concentration.
If you come up short here, let's say you're within 1 yard.
Yes,
you go
I do.
for it. I
Absolutely.
do too. I do too. I think your defense has played well enough too that you still got a chance to stop Deckerville at midfield.
Small and Proctor are split to the right. Another option. They got the first down and then some. Good run by Hunter Walsh.
And what a nice block by Jordan Proctor on the corner. He peels back that time on Mitchell Warzinski. We're going to look here. Watch after the pitch from the left side of your screen. Number 10 is going to come in and just earhole number 3, Warzinski. That's a nice job. Another look, number 10. Bam. That just cleans it up. Good clean hit on the front side. Not to the head, just in the front shoulder. And that's also why Warzinski got up and shook it off.
A lot of guys at the highest level could learn from that block. 1st and 10 for Bel Air. The pause is for the setting of the chains. Ball resting at the 41-yard line of Deckerville, who leads 14-6. It was 6-0 Bel Air in front at the half. Option again. Smith, good shoulder shake, but going nowhere now.
Too much pursuit. Look at that.
Tough to hold on to those blocks that long, isn't it, downfield?
Yeah. Here's number 12, David Castillo. We haven't called his name much, but he wants to go outside. Stoliker is there. Then he goes back. Malzoff is there. And look at the gang tackling. And see Castillo, number 12, coming in to finish things off. Good team pursuit.
Lost 4 on the play.
That's tough now. We talked in the first half. When you're a 3 to 4 yard crunch type of team, a play puts you behind the 8 ball, gets you in an uncomfortable situation, something you don't like to do.
And when you don't throw the ball.
Right,
that
that's,
often.
yeah, thank you.
Smith on a throwing down here. Low snap, handled it well, pitches to Small, cuts it up, broke a tackle, looking for daylight and gets inside the 35. Big run right there by a big-time performer.
And does he have an ability to make something when nothing's there? Once again, Zach Smith, the quarterback, this is going to be the option. A low snap to start. And then the pitch, almost a pass. He might get receiving yards on this because almost forward in the backfield.
He
fine.
pitches better with his
But look
left.
how he cuts back against the grain. He's going to stretch the defense. A nice cut, another nice cut, getting inside of Wolf. He makes his lateral moves with a lot of speed.
3rd and 4. Not out of the woods yet.
Look for a little quarterback midline here, maybe. Nope, just a quick
it'll
give.
be Small. Spun around shy of the first down. This will be the biggest play of the night for Bel Air's Eagles. 4th and short. Our quarterback sneaks have been effective tonight.
Yeah, you don't want to look ahead. Well, that's a tough. The Bel Air faithful did not like the spot. I thought he might have had a little bit more than that myself, but there's only 4:20. We talked about this may be their final possession, so you got a 4th down and 1 here. Still three timeouts remaining though, so you can, if you do come up short here, you can stop the clock 3 more times.
Smith out of the shotgun. Small to the right.
Oh,
to
we
the
better take it
left.
to, that's a double. That's a
Yep.
penalty. Both guys went in motion. I think it kills the play though, doesn't it? No.
I believe it does too. I mean, I don't think that play is complete.
Did they blow the play dead?
Yeah, both
See.
men in motion, and it sure looks like Chase Small was. the man
Well,
at
you know
fault.
what? They don't blow the play dead.
Illegal shift. Offense. 2 men going in motion and not resetting. Offense is short of the line to gain on 4th down. Therefore, the ball goes over on downs.
Yeah, that's that's the right call because it's just 2 men in motion. The play continues. It's not like
I
an
thought, yeah, but I
offensive
thought I heard
lineman
a,
jumped
we thought
offside.
we heard a whistle.
Yeah, I
though.
did too.
Yeah. So now you need a 3 and out by your defense. You need to burn your timeouts. Deckerville may need just a couple of first downs to salt away their first 8-man state championships. Boy, tough, hard-nosed running by Corey Wagaster. Lucky to get 3 out of that.
And right now, Coach Biddy and his staff see the first down gain of 3 to 4. They're going to allow the clock to run. I think if they get a good defensive play here, look for them to use their first timeout.
Deckerville will milk it for all it's worth.
I like this, having a play clock in high school. You usually don't get it. They better hurry up because that play clock is down to
7.
about.
Second down and 6. Wolf up the gut for a first down to the 45-yard line. Boy, he has been a beast in the second half, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. He's been the money man. They've called his number, and he has responded. Big gain after big gain, and they're controlling the clock, moving the chains.
Are you surprised Ron Bindi doesn't use any of his
No,
timeouts?
I think that was pretty good play calling, or timeout, use of timeouts in that last series. You have to get a good defensive stop. Now, if they get a short gain here on first down, I got to believe you'll see him use his first timeout.
Deckerville's going to spread him out a little bit. Chris Wolf, the lone setback. And he'll get the call. Big hole. And a gain of about 6, maybe 7. Bel Air wants a timeout. 2:37 remaining in the final quarter, in the final game of the 8-man championship game. Deckerville down 6 at the break until an interception and then a touchdown by Ryan Stone, and they're up by 8 on Fox Sports Detroit.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot at this.
Did you know your Xfinity service comes with features that are free, great, and easy? Like self-service. It's all the tools you need to manage your account and services whenever you want. Just go to Comcast.com, click My Account, and sign in. You can view your statements and pay bills. Even manage service appointments and check the status of your service on your phone. Plus, with easy-to-use search, you can find answers to your questions. Self-service. Another great feature included with your service. Visit us at Comcast.com/learn.
They are cold, but they are loyal. Deckerville leads Bel Air 14-6. Final high school game of the season for these two football programs. One will walk away with its first ever championship. Bill Brown, the head coach of Deckerville, it will mean an awful lot to him and his staff. Why? Well, because he graduated from that school in 1987. Ron Bindi, in his 5th year at the helm of the Bel Air Eagles program, has had a fantastic season. But his club on turnovers here in the second half trails by 8. On the ground, as usual, for Wagaster. Good second effort to get the first down to the 40-yard line. Close to the 40 anyway. Mark it at the 42.
You know, you think that they're playing this game in Greenville, near Grand Rapids, and Bel Air came from northern lower Michigan, that they'd have the long ride. But if you think about where Deckerville, they had a 3.5 to 4 hour ride coming from up in the Thumb. It's about an hour north of Port Huron, straight up north. So it's a long ride for both teams.
Pagel with a quarterback keeper to get inside the 40 to the 39-yard line, and another timeout burned by Bel Air.
Number 17, Nick Pagel, the ball carrier.
You talked about Bel Air. This is an enrollment of just 161 kids. They play out of the Bridge 8-Man Football Alliance. Come into this game 9-3 on the season.
Cedarville Trojans took them 28-14 during the course of the season.
That was their last loss.
Well,
ironically enough, it was the last loss for Deckerville, too, to Cedarville.
That Cedarville team was a really good football team, and they lost their quarterback when they got into the playoffs. He had some off-the-field issues, so to speak. Got a little bit left with egg on his face. But that was a good football team. I think if they have him, it might have been a different story. At Bel Air, may have not been in this situation, but here's what Bel Air says. It did happen. We took care of business. We beat them the second time around, and, this is our opportunity to try to become a state champion.
And that is the final timeout used by Bel Air. 1:59 remaining. And when they get ready to snap the football again, Deckerville will have a 3rd down and 6.
Well, you put it up, or you try a reverse or something here, Matt? You just stay with
I would
what's
run
been
the
working?
football.
Use Wagaster or
I would
Wolf?
I would give it to Chris Wolf. He's been your sure-handed guy. He has been your horse all season long. He has been your team's best player. He wears 27 in white, and if he can't get it,
well,
then,
so be it. And then,
yep.
and if you run this play, even if you come up short and you run the clock down, you're going to give the ball back if you decide. Now, you may go for it on 4th down, but if you come up short, probably about maybe a little over a minute. And if you're Bel Air, do you sell out? What do you do inside? You try to shoot some gaps, get penetration. You expose yourself to possibly a big run, but at the same turn, maybe you can get a negative play and get Wolf before he can get going in that backfield. Look at that sprinter stance by Wolf.
Pagel will keep it. He's dragged down from behind by who else? Chase Small. Lost a yard.
Do you punt him here? And penetrates Small, runs through from the linebacker. He chases that down from behind. No pun intended by Chase Small making that play. Both the linemen had pulled out.
I don't think I would punt him here because, the best you could do, maybe inside the 10, you gain.
Well, I don't know. You
about
could
20
make him go another 20 yards,
Yeah, I guess
25
so.
yards.
Too many bad
And you
things
got
could
the right
happen.
call here. They're going to go for it. And that play clock is winding down under 3, 2, 1. They just get it off.
Pagel on a quarterback roll. He's going to throw, and it's picked off. It's intercepted by Proctor.
Actually, it falls incomplete, which is a break for Bel Air. Now, instead of getting the ball back on the 13-yard line, they're getting out on the 36. This is the second time that I thought Pagel could have just ran the ball. Instead, he's looking down the field, and he sees Nathan Spatzel. He finds the big guy, and that's the second one that's kind of gone through Nathan's hands. A little bit out in front of him. But, man, I think if you're Pagel, you got to have a better idea of down and distance and realize you could just ran around the edge for about 3 or 4 yards and move the chains.
It is a break for Bel Air that they don't intercept it. Smith can run with it. Good block, and he tiptoes out of bounds at the 42-yard line. A good block by Drew Bailey.
I think Bel Air in this situation with Deckerville playing their safeties, they're playing that cover 4 across the back. You got to maybe run the outside receivers deep on the go routes and run your slot receivers on some deep outs. And don't get greedy. You don't have to score on this play. Pick up the 15 yards that's available.
Smith spreading them out. Rolling, throwing, and it's caught by Small.
Nope.
They're going to stop the clock because it's enough for a 1st down on the sliding grab.
Well, this is Smith making a play, rolling out to his left. It's nice to be a left-handed quarterback, and Small once again going down and making a fine play, getting underneath the ball.
Good job to cradle it. Low snap. Smith wants it all. He's going downfield, and he's got him in! He's going to score! Villafane scores to pull him to within 2! What a throw and what a grab!
And it's all about change of speeds as a receiver. Villafane, he kind of dead legs this about 15 yards. He slows down, then he gives a burst. He gets separation from Warzinski. He gets Warzinski to raise his body up a little bit, and the change of speed gives him where he needs to be behind the defense. And Zach Smith puts the ball right on the money. Now it comes down to a 2-point conversion, possibly to extend your opportunity to become a state champion.
What a gutsy play by Zach Smith. A 64-yard pitch and
Boy,
catch.
They got him spread out here. Yeah, you see the timeout. Bill Brown, he saw something he did not like, and I think that was they were matched up 3-on-3 inside.
How does this happen?
And Smith making a play. We talked about in the open, Matt, about his legs, but he can make the chunk plays at times with his arms. We had not seen it until that play, but that was a perfectly thrown ball. And how about Villafane? We've called his name numerous times. But if you miss this one, boys, she's a long bus ride back to Bel Air because that ball was perfect. What's that kid feeling right now, huh?
You have to feel good for him because remember, in the second half with his club up 6-0, he's the one who touched the punt that allowed Deckerville to score and then take an 8-0 lead. He has played very well tonight, very well.
And
you just don't want to be remembered for that. You like to now be remembered for your good play and that touchdown, and that is the trophy that they're hoping to win.
But you competed, Matt, and you understand that as a player, sometimes you're your own worst critic.
No doubt.
You watch the film, and even thing in broadcasting, you watch a call of a game, you think, man, I screwed that, I screwed up. You don't realize all the good calls you had during the course game. It's the same thing as a player, and as you said, Villafane is probably vilifying himself for the muff on the punt, but he made up for it in spades that time, making the big catch down the field.
Just 13 varsity members on this Bel Air roster, and now they're looking for the tie. Smith out of the gun. He brings Small in motion.
Option right.
And he's going to option right. He's going to pitch it. It's going to be an extra two-point conversion. No, he didn't get it.
Now there's a flag on the play.
They say he was short.
There is a flag on the play. Boy, I thought he got in Hunter Walsh.
Ryan Stone is the injured Deckerville player. Wow,
We're going to get another look.
I thought he had it.
They called option to the right, and that's what they did. They brought Small back in. The pitch is good. Nice job reaching back.
He didn't get it. His knee was down. What a great call by the official.
I think the flag may be legal formation again, possibly.
Illegal motion, offense. Penalty is declined. The score is no good.
Yeah, you had not enough of people on the line of scrimmage. You call that legal motion. Wow, what a game. Comes down to a final play on a 2-point conversion that from up here, it's hard to tell if he's in or not. This angle, it's really tough to tell when his knee goes down.
Yeah.
And we'll get a look here as he stretches. You can see, oh, here's a little bit different view.
There's the knee.
Looks
right
like the
there.
knee is down and the ball is not there yet.
Well, that's a really good job by the official. He's right on it. He's watching what he's supposed to watch, and he made the call directly.
And that's a gutsy call. It's a tough call.
It is. It's a really tough call.
It's easy to call the score in that situation.
It's a good point by you.
You have to watch, make the legitimate call, and that's why these gentlemen are here once again. We always talk about encourage people to get out and help the MHSAA and become an official high school football official. There's a shortage of them.
I know your brother does it.
Yep. Up north. He lives in Gladstone, refs a lot in the UP. I wonder, this Tom Smith, there's a Tom Smith out of Gladstone, Escanaba area, the White Hat tonight. I wish I knew if this is the one. It could be a long trek for him to call this game.
What a tough way to lose your final game if indeed you do. Stone is up, getting some help off, and it's amazing the swing of emotion, isn't it? One team's up 14-8. Suddenly the other club gets that
big
sparkling touchdown that no one ever saw coming. And the one side of this stadium, as gorgeous as it is rocking with Bel Air people feeling like they're rejuvenated. Deckerville is down, and then one play later, the momentum is just the opposite.
And that's why I'm not a big believer in momentum. I mean, how, if it's momentum, shouldn't it just keep rolling?
You would think.
I'm a believer in making plays. And that's what I've seen. I saw Zach Smith make a play to Villafane down the field. I saw Stone come up and make a play, stopping the 2-point conversion. So I'm not a big believer that you have momentum. I'm a big believer in somebody has to step up and do something to change the course of the game.
Here comes the onside kick now for Bel Air. Deckerville will put their hands team out there that includes their quarterback, Nick Pagel, Ben Smith, who wears number 7, Tyler Gerard, who wears number 82, and Mitch Warzinski, who wears number 3. Those are the 4 men up front. For Deckerville, trying to preserve a 2-point 8-man state championship game lead. Drew Bailey will be key. He's the kicker. 82 in red.
They might just do the script straight ahead.
Oh, it hit somebody. Who's got it? Did Campus get in there and get it?
I think Deckerville has the ball. They're all looking. The officials are looking.
It is unbelievable, but Bel Air has recovered.
Well, which is kind of weird because Chris Wolf came out of the file with the ball, but I think the ruling was we saw earlier in the game. If the player on the ground has possession of the ball, you can't strip it. It's high school football. It's dead. As soon as one person gets possession, it bounces off the leg of Ben Smith. You got to take a timeout here if you're Bill Brown. You look a little bit. Oh boy! And Hunter Walsh goes in motion. He takes off down the field. Now 47 seconds, no timeouts remaining. It's imperative offensively that
Dead ball. False start. Offense.
that Zach Smith throws to the sticks. You gotta get the ball at least 10 yards down the field.
As do his receivers.
Absolutely. You're right, and your coaches have to design or call the routes in this situation that are going to get them past the sticks or throw it away incomplete. But if you catch something short of the sticks in high school, that's going to cost you 20, 25 seconds with only 47 seconds remaining.
You know, Rubes, it's cold out. I give Zach Smith an awful lot of credit. He's thrown the football tonight on a very cold night. That can be difficult if you don't throw it a lot and you don't have a hand warmer. He's going to throw it.
The middle.
Pressure comes up the middle. He will chuck it, and it'll go incomplete, intended for Jordan Proctor.
Boy, there was a gap in the middle of the field. Proctor was coming wide open, but at the same time, the pressure was getting in Zach Smith's face. Right now, Proctor's starting to come over, but Stoliker's coming from the backside. He can never plant his feet. And Tyler Gerard also getting some pressure. And that's everyone says, how come he doesn't throw? A quarterback, he was wide open because you're not standing back there. You don't feel what he feels. You don't see what he sees. And that time the pressure forced his eyes.
He's got a big run up the middle. He's going to break to the outside. He got a nice block. He got a first down, and he's out of bounds. What a heads-up run by the senior quarterback, Zach Smith.
In this sure pass situation for Bel Air, everyone is playing back so far for Deckerville right now. They're 15, 20 yards off the line of scrimmage. So once he breaks the line and gets by the initial front three, there's a lot of room in that secondary. Everyone is so cognizant of the deep ball.
Is it the 8-man version of a prevent defense?
Yes, absolutely it is. We're looking at them right now. If we get a look, the safeties and corners, they're 15 yards back, 3 across. The linebackers are 5 yards back.
Walsh comes in motion. Smith wants to throw, lofts it, and it is caught! Villafete's got it inside the 5! He fumbled it into the end zone, but he's
calling
already
it down.
What an incredible pitch and catch! I've never seen anything like it.
Wow, did Smith put this one on the money? And Villafane just goes up and takes it away. The defender is there. You see Stone. But he just goes up, or Ben Smith rather, he takes it away from Ben Smith.
Under 20 seconds to go. Small is coming in motion, and Smith keeps it, pitches, and he's down inside the 10. He may run out of time.
Oh my.
They're going to run out of time. The game is over.
You got to call a pass. Coach will be kicking himself, I think, on that one. You got it. They start the clock once they spotted the ball. I think you just spike it in that situation, and there's some
heartbreak city for Bel Air. Jubilation for Deckerville. Their motto at the Deckerville Eagle facility is everybody, every play. everybody will remember the 2012 Eagles of Deckerville. They win it by the slimmest of margins in an unbelievable finish, 14-12, here on Fox Sports Detroit. That's what it looks like. That's what it feels like to be a state champion for the first time ever.
I'll never forget that moment.
That changed my life.
At that moment, it hit me. This is why I joined the Guard. We're soldiers, always ready to protect our country. But we've also got communities. Family, friends, neighbors who count on us. I couldn't believe it. I just saved a life to somebody from my hometown.
See what it means to be a citizen soldier at NationalGuard.com.
The source for high school sports in Michigan has gone mobile. You can now access all the great features of the MHSAA website from your smartphone. You can find directions to a school, check out blogs, news, and podcasts, keep up with your favorite team, and even submit scores when you're at a game. Watch MHSAA.com for mobile apps, coming soon to your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry. It's all part of the MHSAA family of websites.
Deckerville a champion for the first time ever in their first year of 8-man football, and they win it in dramatic style here at Greenville High School, 14-12. There is that old cliche, Rob Rubik, you know, you hate to see any team lose in a situation like this. The way Bel Air fought, clawed their way back in when it looked like all hope was lost, and then to lose the way they did is heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's a difficult way to lose. The kids left everything on the field, but in the same breath, you have to credit Deckerville. They came up, even though it's not the play we thought we might see, the option getting tossed outside with no timeouts remaining. You think you're going to see a pass, but they were ready, and they were able to make the stop, so hats off to Deckerville for stepping up when they needed to.
It was 6-0 at the break in favor of Bel Air. They missed that two-point conversion, which ends up costing them at the end, and then Deckerville able to capitalize with some turnovers in that third and fourth quarter, and they surge ahead. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this exciting 8-man state championship game, especially here in the second half.
Yeah, in the third quarter, it starts out, you see Hunter Walsh on the fake punt, but not, you know, it's not going to happen. Warzinski is there. He's able to make the interception, playing a good inside technique, and then the muff off of Villafane. He touches the ball very little bit, but, you know, comes up, can't get it, and then right here you're going to see what Deckerville did in the second half is they competed and they completed. And they finished drives after the turnovers. Chris Wolf taking it into the end zone here, and after the two-point conversion, they take the lead. And once again, Zach Smith just getting the ball inside, not getting it outside where it needs to be, and an interception, and then Chris Wolf doing the rest with his legs, getting on the ground, getting it to the next level. And that's a big man rumbling down the field. Deckerville able once again, after the turnover, you see Stone on the reverse taking it into the end zone. Wolf was big here in the third quarter and the fourth quarter. But there's no quit. When you look at the Eagles, Bel Air is going to come back. And it's right, Chase Small. We saw a lot of him tonight, Matt. You got to like what you see in him as well. It shows that shiftiness, the elusiveness, and defensively, Deckerville not to be outdone. Look at Stoliker coming up. We called his name a lot tonight. He came up big from the defensive end position. You're going to see on the last play of the game, he comes up once again. Zach Smith with the pitch. I love this kid, Chase Small. He made so many plays tonight to help his team to stay in the game. Zach Smith as well. He's able to get the ball to Villafane down the field right when it looks like all hope was lost. He makes the score, crawls back into the game, and another look at it, getting it down the field.
But they weren't done because they had to complete.
Yeah, they had to complete, and they had to get the stop defensively. And then the defensive stop. They don't get in on that one, actually. The defensive stop coming up. Nice job defensively by Ryan Stone, stopping Walsh just short of the end zone. There was also a penalty on the play. Did not matter because he tackled him short. Then the onside kick. They come up, hits a person up front. Bel Air is able to jump on it, and you think, well, still only 40-some seconds left in the game. But Zach Smith stepping up big. And look at Villafane going attack the football, get it. And right now you think they got a chance to get it down at the 4-yard line. But I talked about Stoliker, number 11, coming up, making the play, getting some help from Ben Smith as well. And all is said and done, Deckerville with a huge win. holding off the comeback, the furious comeback by the Bel Air Eagles.
So here is a look at the final stats of this 8-man championship tilt. You see the passing yards. Deckerville, all they wanted to do was run the football. They did. It's the turnovers that really hurt Bel Air, isn't it?
Yeah, it was the turnovers, and it was a fact that Deckerville could finish drives after they got the turnovers. They made Bel Air pay for them by putting points on the board.
Celebration in Deckerville, their first ever state championship. They do it in dramatic fashion here at Greenville High School. We'll be back with some final thoughts. 14-12 the final. The Eagles of Deckerville soar to their first ever state crown.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.